motherfucking live here on is it Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday.
Thursday. See, no concept of time, man. Here
Busted
we are,
up.
Thursday night. Yeah. We have a very special guest. You guys are fairly new to the scene with your
Yes, very
single
much
out
so.
now. The Galaxies has eyes, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Yep.
Awesome. So my first question, right out of the bat, where does this name come from, man? Because that's kind of the unique, cool name.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I had an obsession with horror movies and sci-fi movies, so I decided to combine the two. Horror being like The Hills Have Eyes, and sci-fi galaxy, whatever. So I have The Galaxy Has Eyes, and I always had this concept for a band. And I just decided to put it together. I remember I actually showed them one night at the bar. I had it all drawn out, and I'm like, I just always wanted to do this. And Colin here has a band called Officer Rowdy, which is a phenomenal band. You're welcome. He has a great voice. And they brought me in to do one of his songs. It's like a little side voice. Oh, duet.
Yeah.
And then I decided one day while we were waiting, I'm like, hey, can we try out one of these songs that, like, I always had an idea for? And then we just kind of clicked, and we all came together, and, one thing led to another. Bada bing, bada boom. We have The Galaxy Has Eyes.
Yeah. Bada bing.
Wow, eh?
Bada boom.
That's awesome. So I guess my next question is towards you, man. Like, two bands, are you like bouncing between the two of them still, or did you just say, fuck it, Galaxy Has Eyes is where I am now? How's that working for you?
It's crazy because, basically we're the same band. Like these two guys are also in Officer Rowdy. So, with the Galaxies, we were originally going to just incorporate it all into one band, but Kira wanted to do something separate. And we started doing that, and it just took off so fast. Like, it became more of a focus than the original band, which is crazy. But like the three of us, we call ourselves the core because we're like we're the core of the two bands. And then with Officer Rowdy, we have a different bass player. But like these two gentlemen, like, we're the core, so we're the two bands basically, so
that's cool, man.
Yeah, I really dig it. It's a lot of fun, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of payoff too, so.
No, I find a lot of the times here on the show you meet people who are in like three different bands. I've met drummers, especially drummers, that are playing for like 4 or 5 different bands. It's unreal, man. How it works like that, right?
It's all about the love,
Awesome.
The passion that goes into the music. Now, I know you guys just had your single out, 101, if I'm correct.
Yep.
I did. I listened to it a few times today, man. I'm actually really jiving to it. So, how did that actually come about? Because you might as well talk about that for a minute.
Yeah. We'll let Carmen tell that tale, right?
I don't really know.
That was when we had all kind of started hanging out. There was a point that Kira and I had been hanging out talking about like the music and everything, and I guess she was showing me one of her influences, which was the Misfits. And I remember we had I wish I was more into the Misfits. But she gave me a nice introduction to them, and then she ended up going back on the way home, and it had been 101 in the morning, and she just from there created this song. I think we had it prepped in about an hour. Now, granted, that recording was after months of playing, of course, but I think we had that song pretty much done within about an hour. It was kind of just pure inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of just sharing. Kira usually shares the lyrics with us first, and then we all at home kind of like come up with what we think it should be like, and then we bring it to practice, and then everybody kind of maneuvers it around and changes little things, and then it all comes together as like one big composition for the whole band. So that's usually how we write songs, like for the most part.
I think one of the more fun things that we have done, you know, he said that I'll bring in my lyrics, but one time he gave me something that he came up with for a song called Paper Boys, which will be on our EP that's going to be released soon. And it sounded like a nice Arizona feel, and it kind of gave me Breaking Bad vibes. You know, the two brothers that like go out and they start, you know, they're assassins.
Yeah.
So I came up with that song just from what chords like he came up with. It was just, I love the way we work together. Like we all vibe off of each other. Like he'll start playing something on bass, and then he'll come in with guitar, and like we'll just have jam sessions and just make up whatever. And I think that's a lot more fun than just like saying like, this is the structure, this is what we're gonna go with. We figure out the structure
it works
later.
much better that way. Creative wise, you know, like just kind of flowing with. I mean, like we've read literally like Kira sent like me and Carbo lyrics, and like we've like both looked at them on the phone, and then I'll come up with one part, and then Carbo will come up with like another part.
Yeah.
And then it'll all just mesh together all of a sudden. And, you know, like we'll be sending us each other stuff during the week and stuff. And then so a lot of it's written at home, and then we bring it into the like band forum, you know what I mean? And then it all just somehow congeals really well, you know?
I also feel like I should introduce everybody.
Yeah, sorry. All right. Let's do that now.
You can actually introduce yourself. We'll all introduce ourselves.
My name is Colin McGillicuddy. And I play bass and sing in this band.
My name is Kira Wagler. I am the lead vocalist, songwriter. That's it.
A lot more. The muse right here. The muse.
Well then, I'm Carbo. I play the lead guitar. I guess the only guitar in the band. So.
And he sings too.
A couple
sometimes,
tracks I sing.
Yeah.
Not a lot though. Yeah.
He's so good.
And my name's Charles Raphael. I play the drums. So yeah, I think that's the band in a nutshell.
And he's the guy that records us and does
Yeah,
everything else. Like, you know, like
we're in the
we're in his realm right now.
Yeah, we built the studio here actually. So I'm sorry.
You guys are an independent band, then basically. You
Yes.
record,
Yeah, right.
you write everything yourself. It's all you, right?
Yep.
The thing we don't necessarily or haven't done is the full like mixing and recording of everything. That's pretty much the only thing we ourselves have not done. We'll give credit to him now. Everything that we're going to be releasing within hopefully the next couple of weeks, if not the next couple of months, is going to be done by my friend Kevin Falk over at Warm Body Studios. And it was rough at first for a second, but once we kind of all got on the same page of what we wanted, he's knocked it out of the park.
Really cool. Yeah. It took a little bit of time, but patience is a virtue, right?
Yes.
Oh, 100% it is for sure. Right. So, did you guys like grow up together? How did everybody kind of meet? Mingle here.
We all at one point or another worked. I don't know. I feel like
we all worked at Red Robin together at one point or another.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're allowed to name
cooks,
but
basically. Why can't we?
That's true. We're not disparaging.
Now,
we're not talking shit.
Being from the South, I know what that is. Explain to my Canadian friends here what a Red Robin is, man.
It's an American food franchise, I guess is the best way to put it. So a lot of hamburgers.
It's a burger and fries.
Yeah, burger and fries joint
where you get like
milkshakes,
endless refills on your French fries
with quality service.
Quality.
All of us. But so Carbo, Kira, and I had all worked together at Red Robin, and Carbo had worked with Colin, and we had all kind of like sort of known each other throughout the years. Like I'd been going to college, and I ended up Colin's band, which eventually did become Officer Rowdy, was on and off the recording project I ended up spending most of my college career recording. And they brought in Carbo here, and then one day I finally go, I need a job, so I go and work at this Red Robin, and he's still here, and he tells me the band's still going on, and I'm like, I need to get in there now. And then, Kira already told you the story about all of us coming together to begin with. So it kind of all really, it did just flow right into each other, like one after the other.
Weird, universal kind of shit.
Thank you, Dirty.
The galaxy brought you together, right? Like,
yeah.
And
then we're all cooks. We all love the cook.
Yeah. We were all in the kitchen.
We're all cooks.
We can all make hamburgers.
Hey, man. Good hamburger, you can't go wrong, I'm the chef myself, so specialize in something a little more fancy. But
you get good hamburgers up in Canada, or do you have to come down?
Yeah, we have the hamburgers and shit. I believe it's filtering further down south, the poutine. Have you guys experienced that just yet?
Amazing. Poutine fries.
We used to have Red Robin did not have the best version of them. They were terrible.
No, not like how they really should.
Red Robin tried to hijack the recipe and then just did an entire disservice to Canada.
Yeah,
and we're sorry.
Sorry to hear that.
Ever. I mean, come on.
And
like, it's amazing.
I feel really bad. I feel like I should say. I feel really bad. I should say hi to all these people. Hello, Max, Marie,
yeah, of course.
I hope I said that right. Yannick?
Yeah.
Yannick? And
Yannick,
Kathy, thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. And to everyone else listening and not saying anything.
Yeah. And we always end up getting a few people that pop in and out throughout the night, and then
that's all.
Cool.
I think our last thing I posted was kind of a thing for Roxy. It hit like 3,000 people or some shit. So
wow.
we'll see where
that's
tonight.
Awesome.
The link I sent you guys was my highest one. It was like 32 or something like that, right? So we're getting there.
That's what's
Good stuff.
Yannick, we come from Pennsylvania. Also, thank you, Jacob. He actually did the art for us, so he's pretty awesome.
Oh, nice.
Jacob Greenwald. He's an excellent artist. Does a lot of animation. Yeah. So if you see art on our page, that was him.
And we're
all right. So go ahead.
I was gonna say, just to be a little more specific, we're sort of like the Philadelphia area of Pennsylvania. So like hour outside of it. So a lot of farmland.
Yeah. We call it Pennsyltucky.
The only thing to do around here is Walmart.
Yeah.
Working, that's fine.
Being a band.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Hey, it's
definitely a nice state to pass through for sure. Like being on the road all the time, where we were always from Pennsylvania, Kentucky, Virginia, right? North and South Carolina. I spent a lot of time in Georgia, Florida, right? Alabama, further on and on and on, right? But Pennsylvania is a nice state. It's always been in my top 5 to come down and drive through, So.
Oh, that's
especially in the fall. Oh my god.
Yeah, in the fall.
Yes, the colors.
Any other time? No.
Yeah, it was always around Christmas when I come through, right? So.
Okay.
Hi, Grandma.
The worst time.
You get to weave through.
Yeah, we do have the worst roads in the entire U.S. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. They never fix it.
They don't like fixing potholes in Pennsylvania.
I kind of like it though. Every time my tire pops, it's just like, oh, yes, take my money.
Oh my god.
It's the same here too, man. Like the winters just do a number on our roads. It's just ridiculous, right?
God, that'd be insane.
Yeah. Worst part is our job that I'm doing now. I'm actually been home for only 4 or 5 days now. But we're way up in Thunder Bay, which is with the truck and trailer to take all our equipment up there, it takes about 20 hours north. So,
Wow.
as far north as I am in Ontario right now, I'm fucking 20 hours even further north come Tuesday, right? So.
That's like too much cold weather for me. Holy shit.
Oh, it's retarded, man. It's just no
God.
good at all, right? Like, I'm wearing 2 sweaters right now, like we're like double comfies, man. Like it's chilly.
It's already cold.
Yeah.
It's like September.
Wow.
Like, that's crazy.
Oh, September 1st, it's like 0 degrees at night now. Like
Oh my
it's
God.
nice during the day. Like it's kind of warm as long as there's no wind and stuff. But I'm looking at going somewhere tropical this year for winter. I'll tell you that much.
You should go visit Kathy Tinsley. She said that's why I live in Florida. All right, Kathy, we're gonna.
Maybe if we get a show, we'll do it.
Yes, if we get a show, take us in.
Yeah, right.
I'm heading down there to see her. She was friends with Roxy, and there's a whole little group of us behind the scenes that communicate. And so I'll be heading down to Florida and dragging a bunch of people with me. So you're more than welcome to come with me.
Ooh,
Yeah.
tempting
Don't tempt
offer.
us. We all got day
Bring
jobs.
gear.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll hit some spots on the way down that I know. Get some
Also,
music,
here's
sell your
some
merch.
cheap form.
Yeah, there's some.
There you
Oh,
go.
cheers. Now, your merch. Do you guys have merch? Have you thought about merch? Like, can we buy stuff from you yet or what?
Yeah.
Thought about it.
We've definitely thought about it, and I think it's one of those things we are working on. I feel like a lot of stuff's been held up. This is to nobody's real detriment either. I feel like a lot of things are held up waiting on this like EP to come out, and it like, it's one of those things where as soon as that comes out, we get the ball rolling. Like right now,
Yeah.
this 101, our song, is on. We used DistroKid, so that's got to be on pretty much everything streaming related, and then we're also on Bandcamp as well. But even then, we're giving that out for free. I'd rather people hear the music than have to pay us for the music.
Yeah.
But eventually, I think one of the next things we'll probably have a discussion with, at the very least, stickers.
We actually
we had a
so,
limited edition.
One of the people. Do you remember the artist I said that was actually just talking in the chat? Carbo went ahead and made us stickers for the band just to keep. So.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so we have it like to ourselves right now. But I think we're going. Yeah, at the moment we want to keep everything free because we want to get more of a fan base, and then once we start getting that fan base, and we'll start selling merchandise. Like we have our first show coming up on the 25th over in Lansdale. Yeah, so we're hoping maybe
Pennsylvania people.
Yeah, Pennsylvania people. We're hoping that maybe we can get more fans from that show, and then we can go from there and get more shows, and then we'll start selling off that merchandise.
I will also say, if anybody really enjoys our music that much and is interested in doing some fun, cool little art things, we will not shy away from sharing it.
No,
saying thank you.
We're
loving you forever.
We completely support art. We all love it. Yeah, so I really hope we do see fan art. That would be awesome.
And
I always ask about the artwork when it comes to the band, whether they're death metal, because that's some of the craziest artwork you'll find, right? And then even like in the punk scene with your artwork and like Cross Dog and the Reddies, it just brings more to that music. It just tells you what it's about, right?
She's the artist. I don't know if you've seen those pictures, but she's the artist. She did all those pictures that she sent. They're
no way. The ones I used in the promo with the wrong date.
That's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
I was trying to draw pictures for each song that we have coming out on our EP. So when we post the individual song, we have that picture to go along with it.
Yeah.
And then the last picture I didn't do because I started animating our own music video. So hopefully I can get that done in time. But look awesome.
Oh wow.
Like these crazy things that she just.
Look at this thing she draws. She's crazy.
That's so awesome. Here I can even pull out on the big screen.
Yeah, I always feel weird like stopping to answer everybody, but I don't know if there's a way for us to type in. But real quick, we do play like it's what alt punk, I guess is what we call it.
We're all over the place. I mean, we have some rock and
We're all over.
This question
Very
day,
old school
Yeah, we you know
punk.
on one end you
First
have a
wave
song.
punk.
Yeah, on one end you have a song that sounds like Black Sabbath. On the other
Mhm.
end, we have an entirely different song that almost sounds like more pop punk related kind of stuff. And then we even have like a more alternative grasp or like alt rock kind of song. And then we do have a Facebook page. As of right now, that's all we have. We are working on kind of getting a little better with posting on a bunch of other things, but for right now,
Once
just
again,
Facebook.
we're gonna wait until this EP
until we have
comes
songs to
out. You know,
share.
we have the one
Yeah.
song out. There's 6 other songs, and then that's when we're really gonna like go hardcore on it. You know what I mean? Like with promotion and stuff like that. So.
Well, one step at a
Next
time,
time.
right? You can't just fucking leap 30 steps forward, you know, and the next thing you
That's all
know,
we
you're
As
fucked.
much as,
As much as our impatient asses want to do.
No, right?
I ended up being the guy who kneecaps everybody anytime we start talking and getting too far ahead. I have to be the guy, the stick in the mud who goes, "Hold up, we didn't even finish this other stuff yet."
Yeah, can't talk
It's
about
sad.
that yet. I've had a few times the band gets rambling and they're like, "Oh shit, we shouldn't have said nothing." Too late,
Yeah.
let it slide on the air, man. You know, it's out there now, right?
Can't go back now.
Yeah,
No,
I think that all we really want is to just see fans. Like, even if it's not a lot, just to be able to go out to a show and see that we have a few fans is like what we're really striving for. That'll just be it's such a good feeling. I'm probably gonna end up being
It's
friends
those
with them.
loyal fans too that go to every show, that look up all your music, that always text you, you know, hey, I love your stuff, thank you so much, right? Like a fair bit. We have a lot of loyal fans here on the show, and I know they'll be checking you guys out now for sure, right? You'll probably hear from Kevin. That guy's one of our #1 fans, and every band.
Hi,
Kevin reached out to us, man. You know, so here he is here, right? He's always watching.
What's up? What's up?
I actually had him on the show. He's going to be on again very soon. I'm just working the details out and stuff now, right?
Does Kevin have a
You know,
band?
no, he's just the #1 fan, and I figured I'd give him some credit by being on the show, right?
That's what's up.
I'm gonna friend request you, Kevin. We'll be friends.
There you go. He makes custom jewelry and necklaces and bracelets and stuff too, right? So.
Oh man, that's up Kira's alley. You might have enough.
Got one right now.
I can't find you. You have to friend request me. Sorry, Kevin.
Well, he'll find you guys. Don't worry, he's a master of the. There hasn't been a band yet that he hasn't been able to get a hold of, right? So.
Aw.
That's awesome. I love the persistence.
But thanks for
like when I found your guys' stuff, I seen your artwork originally. I didn't want single and stuff, but I was like, oh fuck. I messaged you right away just based on your artwork. I was like, I know I'm gonna like these guys. But then I heard the song, the 101, and I was like, yes, definitely. I'm glad to have these guys on my show. So it's an honor. Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it.
Oh, of course, man. I love finding new music and helping people get their music out there, right? So that's my passion here, right? So.
The funny thing about 101 is that we actually find ourselves having a bunch of kids liking the song, which is kind of weird because the rest of our songs have a bit of curse words in it. So yeah.
A little more vocal.
Yeah. We're gonna have to have 2 shows, like the early show and the late blues.
Well, I know it's funny. We had a guest on not long ago. She plays in the Soul Cats. she's pretty kind of religious and does gospel and this and that. And then she comes on the show. At that time, I was half in the bag, so it was like, fuck this, fuck that. Right? She's like, I guess children don't watch your show, do they? I'm like, nah, it's not recommended, you know.
Past their bedtime.
Also, my grandma's on here. Watch her language.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, Grandma. I will wash my soap later, right?
Right now. Oh my goodness.
Our families have been very supportive, though, so far. I haven't played. I try to like. I try to only play them certain tracks, you know. Like.
Yeah, like.
So this show,
in a little bit.
This show that we're about to play is all ages. So like I've been trying to like think in my head like, okay, so maybe I'll just say screw you or something like that, or just all ages. I have to.
You gotta go full out. Teach those kids some words, you know.
They're gonna learn.
I refuse to be that said.
They gotta learn at some point. If they don't hear it at home, they're gonna hear it
if you're bringing your kid to a punk rock show, like maybe you should expect that. Like, you know, I don't know. To me, it's like,
I'm still gonna censor.
Yeah.
I have a kid of my own, so I get it.
I'm gonna point at you every time.
Yeah.
I'm a mama.
Censored.
Yeah. Oh, my mom was horrified by the music I grew up with listening to and shit. She thought I was like totally disturbed. You know?
Oh my god.
Like, oh man, we need to get right. But so, what kind of influence did you guys listen to then? We'll go across the line, man. A couple of your favorite bands that were the biggest part of growing up.
Well, for me, the Ramones, first band I ever saw live when I was 15, and fell in love with punk rock right after that. Any first wave punk rock band. I'm a huge fan of The Fall and Wire and like Circle Jerk, like Germs, like all the good LA shit, all the good New York City shit, like the Dead Boys. You know, and all the good English shit, like the Clash, you know, like all the Damned, you know, like all the early stuff. I really love it. I love the second wave, you know, like with Green Day and Operation Ivy, all that stuff, Rancid, love all that stuff too. But for me, like I'm 10 years older or more than these guys, so like Black Flag. Wow. You know, like.
Oh yeah, they're old, man. I'm with like you, man. I'm an old bastard too, right? So.
Yeah, dude. So like, that's the stuff I grew up with, and I was listening to that when I was 10 or 11. You know, so it just stuck with me. You know, and when I heard these guys play, the first couple songs they wrote were Without Me, and it was so old school and so like Circle Jerks, like Angry Samoans, like just like. Oh, like I loved it immediately, and I was like, "Thank God people are playing this music because I love it."
All right.
Thank you. Real quick, hi Susan from New Zealand. Is there anybody else from different countries here? Because that's pretty awesome. New Zealand's really awesome. Black Flag.
Yeah.
I'll pull that one up. I've seen that right away, right?
You're awesome, man.
So, for me, I didn't really have much exposure to older music because my dad would listen to like super cheesy 80s songs that I actually hated. I hated the 80s for a while because of those cheesy songs because that was the only exposure I had. And then pop radio stations. And so it was on me to learn about all those older musicians and bands. And then I ended up falling in love with what?
Does Texas
count?
Oh my God.
Texas is cool.
All right.
I love Texas, sure. Anyway, so it was on me to have that exposure to older bands, and I ended up falling in love with David Bowie. the Beatles, I had only known a few songs, and then I actually like got into deeper songs of the Beatles, and I was like, holy crap, what did I miss out on? And so it was that early Danzig Misfits, like that blew my brain. I was like, oh my god, this is like amazing. So a lot of that stuff really influenced my taste in music now. But earlier on, it was probably Gwen Stefani. I really love Gwen Stefani when I was younger.
No doubt. That far back, eh?
It was the coolest thing to me. Like, she was my idol as a kid. I'm like, I want to be that.
I wanted to cover Hella Good for a little bit. That was that song, yeah. They didn't take on.
Carver, you're up.
My bad. Am I up next? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Ken. Just wanted to say hi. Thanks for. That's my stepdad.
Hey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Anyways, they're all waiting for me to say it, but biggest.
We know.
It's no secret to anyone that knows me, but I mean, I really grew up a hardcore Guns N' Roses fan. I mean, / Guns N' Roses, obviously the reason I picked up the guitar. Stop it. biggest influence for me, definitely had, growing up, obviously was listening to a lot of AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Aerosmith was my thing. My dad, was into that very early 2000s new metal, hard rock kind of stuff, and it really never struck a chord with me, and definitely tried to stray away from that. And then as I got a little bit older and stuff, when I met Colin, actually, I was playing the guitar and he was like, yeah, I'm actually in a band, and he actually invited me over and we started playing for a little bit. He turned me on to a lot of cool punk music and stuff. You mentioned The Damned. Damned is awesome. UK sub, stuff like that. And I kind of took a lot of inspiration from that. I don't know, since probably I was 16, just growing up, really just fell for that. The Black Flag, Dead Kennedys, all that stuff was like, there was a lot of raw power behind it. Iggy Pop and the Stooges, all that stuff really
Iggy Pop, man, that's one you don't hear very often, but he doesn't get enough credit. He was a legend, man.
It took it to a whole nother level. So it was like, all right, I found another reason to keep playing, after I finished, learning all I could do with like the whole hard rock stuff, and really worked well for this band. It's definitely working out. So that's where I'm at now.
I also don't think Iggy Pop is shirtless enough.
That guy should never wear a shirt, man. He should just walk around topless all the time, man.
Constantly. If it works, dude, you're like I'm a 70 now.
Like. He looks like cheese, like a fondue fountain.
He might be listening, man.
He might be listening.
We love you. What does he care about the guys? It's the first time they've ever been on a camera.
Maybe he could graduate to like a muscle shirt.
And then I guess, we're on me. So, like, I guess I had the weird combination of my dad, who was a huge, like, the Who fan, and then he loved REM as well. He was obsessed with them. Like, he has all their albums. And then there was my mom, who loves everything from Prince to, like, Pitbull. It makes no sense, the stuff she's in love with. And then they kind of smashed together into me and created this person who originally just kind of only liked a couple things. And then when I heard the Beatles, I kind of just like lost my mind for all of high school. And then for the next 10 years, it's been nothing but just experimenting with every possible thing I can. So, I mean, a lot of my influences now are definitely like things that I wouldn't even qualify as like punk music anymore. It's almost like, a lot of, there's certainly a lot of pop punk. I loved The Story So Far and the Wonder Years. They were a local band. We love, I love the Wonder Years to death.
And the Wonder Years are like basically like live like what 5 miles away from us.
I know it's like the 7 degrees of the Wonder Years.
Yeah,
you always
everybody knows somebody from that band.
But then I got stuff like the Front Bottoms. I've got stuff like, I mean, at one point I was in love with AWOL Nation, which is a total left field one. Then there's like Cage the Elephant. I mean, it's the
I
list
really
goes.
like KGL. Well, they have two really good songs I should say.
Their entire first album. Oh my god, it was like
That's
it
great.
destroyed me. It was so good. And
I
then
like when they went like into that like psych like 60s kind of
yeah,
shit.
the
too,
Melophobia, I think it was that album.
Yeah, that's a really good album.
That was
too.
they were all, but I think it's like it's weird. I got a lot better. I used to sort of be, I guess the like almost like a purist, you know, like if it wasn't like if it wasn't like the Beatles or something, it wasn't good. And then I kind of grew out of that pretty quickly because you start to realize that there's good stuff constantly at any point everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to just work the grid and figure out what we're listening to and what people like. So I can't even really boil it down to one influence anymore, which I think I love. I think that's why this works so well too. We have like hyper focused individuals in some things, and then other people who aren't hyper focused.
We are so all over the place.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh no! He asked a question. I was going to answer that. Were you done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin,
Oh,
right?
All right. Kevin
Is that
Moore.
the right question?
Kathy said love Slash. Love you too.
Oh, no. Kevin asked a question. Do you remember your first place you play at? If you do have a pen and paper, I mean, you could always friend request me. We'll have it up there.
I don't know if he's even gonna be. Is he in the area?
I don't know. He can make a
Kevin's actually
trip.
from Ontario here.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Yeah.
So we'll see you there, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's gonna be in Lansdale, Pennsylvania.
Our first show.
Our first show.
We haven't played a
We're,
show yet.
No.
I think as we pick up more too, we all have the dreams of being the traveling musicians. So I mean,
Yeah.
Sure.
provided this goes if everyone's as pumped with this music as we are about it, because obviously we're all very excited. I mean, that certainly shouldn't be. It'll be just a matter of time before we're kind of planning a way to drive out to new places and do stuff.
We
so.
started this in December of last year. And
this past year,
it's gone to already.
What, 8 months?
Yeah.
8 months now? Yeah, 9 months.
9 months.
Well, I know come spring, I can guarantee you a couple places up here in Ontario you can play at if you want to do like a 3 or 4 day.
We'll be there.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'd love to travel. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Thank you.
It'll be more spring once everything's kind of calmed down and we get rid of this fucking lockdown shit that's going on, right?
Yeah.
You guys, yeah, we have quite a few stages I work with up here, whether it's in Ottawa or here in Toronto. I have a couple of places up north, Niagara Falls, that we can work with, get you on the stage, make a whole little tour for you guys, right? So.
That would be so sweet, man. Thank you. That'd be
That's
cool.
why I do the show, man. I just love music. It's my fucking life, It's got me through so much. The least I could do is give back, right? So
That's
I
awesome.
appreciate it, and I feel this exact same way,
In
man.
Maine.
We will
Yeah.
happily visit Maine. I love
Yes,
Maine.
I love
I only
Maine.
went to really like Portland, Maine.
Yeah.
But, it was beautiful. I loved it.
no, Maine's gorgeous. Last time I come back up through, I did a big road trip to Mexico and back, Arizona, went all across the bottom states. I come up through Maine, New York, I got all lost and shit. My 12-hour drive turned into 22 hours before I got to where I was going. Like, it was worth it, man. Like, I got lost in the mountains and shit, so it wasn't too bad, right? But
Yeah,
it
at
was
least
quite the tour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
getting
think I was
lost.
on the road 32 days. That road trip took me to get home.
Oh my God.
Holy Christ, dude.
You said Arizona. I was actually
Yeah.
just on a road trip and went through Arizona and I saw the Grand Canyon. Did you see that?
No,
Did you see that thing?
that was only thing I didn't see, man. I'm so disappointed because my time frame.
It's unreal. It looks like an IMAX movie theater. It just didn't look like it was actually there. It just looked like it was
Yeah, it looks fake, okay? Like, I wish I would have seen it.
It's not real.
Yeah, it's not really.
Is it
After I managed to
Yeah.
drive all the way around.
There you go.
Wow, eh?
Make
That's
it
pretty
real.
cool, man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's real.
it is real. For the record, it is real. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy like instant mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Yeah. No, right? There's an ice wall at the end of the world too, right?
They're just sawdust and bullshit.
Oh man, these guys are phenomenal right here. This band right here might be one you could tour with, eh? Thy Enemy. They're a little heavier, but they're not up. They're not far from you guys at all, man. I think they're in Maine.
Wow.
So I'm coming down there to party with those boys because I've had them on the show a bunch, and they always say I'm the only people that can handle them live on the air because they're just animals, right? Real rock stars. But I have them on every time, man. I fucking love those boys. Oh my god.
Aww. That's awesome.
They Thy Enemies from Harmony, Maine, right? That's the one we're talking about. I'm looking them up right now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I found them.
Yeah,
All
there's
right.
Thy Enemy
Like and follow.
in the Nighters. Oh, in the Name of the Kingdom. Fuck. The guy's in two bands, so I'm always confused who's on when he's on the show, right? Like, you never know what band you're getting. In the Kingdom of Nightmares or something like that. I'll figure that out.
Yeah, that's honestly
That's
us. At
basically
one
us.
point, we almost had a third project coming up. I'm still trying to do a thing. That's like a fourth
Why
one.
are you talking about
No, I'm
Singer?
not talking about that one. That's not existent yet. We have lots to work on for sure.
Yeah.
That-
Plenty on our plate.
We're I think their ADHD is rubbing off on us.
In the Kingdom of Nightmares.
Oh, in the Kingdom of Nightmares. I knew it was something like that. Those guys, I do apologize once again. I always get it wrong every time they're on the show.
Uh-oh, just spelled that wrong. Oh, wow.
He's gonna follow you guys on our page.
Yeah, I got everything. I got them all looked up, too, so they'll be...
Perfect, man. Awesome. Those guys are mint, man. Definitely make friends with them and check out their shit for sure.
Absolutely.
We try to support all of our local bands. Like anyone that follows us, we immediately follow them. Like anyone that ever sends me a link to their page, I immediately follow them because, like, you know, everybody's trying to make it big, and one of them is bound to make it. And I want to see it happen.
That's how I look at it. I could interview 1,000 bands, but if 2 of them make it big and remember that I interviewed them, fuck yeah, baby. That was wild, right? Like,
it's gonna be very hard to forget our first interview, which is actually you too. So
this is our
no
first
way, man. Oh, I'm honored, actually, and tonight's kind of an honor. We just recently had a co-host. She passed away not long ago, and this is my first show back. I didn't know how I would come across on cam, but you guys have made it very easy, very comfortable for me to laugh and continue on with what we do here. So I want to thank you very much.
Hey,
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. Definitely.
Oh, anytime, guys. Anytime. So, is there anything else we should cover before we wander for the night, or?
Okay, if there is shows.
Shows?
Shows?
Our first show.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we already discussed. But yeah, I'll go through. I'll cover everything.
Just give it a brief thing.
Once again, we are.
Rundown.
We are The Galaxy Has Eyes. This is Colin, our bass. Kira, the songwriter. Carbo, our lead guitarist. He's phenomenal. Like, you're phenomenal. God, he's phenomenal. Everybody's phenomenal. Charles on drums. Yeah, we came together as friends.
And then first
show. Over here.
First show. When's the first show?
Our first show is Lansdale, Pennsylvania on September 25th, 12 to 6 p.m.
It's a horror punk like review, basically.
Yes.
Like a bunch of horror punk like.
Apparently, one of the stunt guys from the Army of the Dead movie's gonna be there.
Woo! Alright,
yeah, like.
That's when you know you made it, man. I fucking love those movies. Those movies are called classics, man.
I I know.
I mean, anybody that like met Sam Raimi, I'm into meeting that person.
Yeah.
I think it's the new Netflix one.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. It's a
Yeah.
different one.
Yeah.
Oh, a different one.
All right.
Oh,
The
okay.
Zack Snyder one. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. My bad.
Got you said for nothing.
So we
I'll still
have.
meet Sam Raimi one day.
We all want to meet Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi, we love you.
We know what I mean. And Bruce Campbell, of course.
No, yeah.
And Doc Ock, you know, if you're on here.
And
I will-
What's it? Alfred? What's his name?
Alfred
Molina.
Molina.
Molina. I will gladly, happily be
That's her obsession.
your wife,
Doc Ock's
whatever
wife.
you want. I'll do it. Anyway,
Remember that time you said your grandmother was watching?
Yeah.
Wasn't so bad, you know.
our single 101 is available for streaming on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube. I think that's about it.
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp's one of the big
Bandcamp.
ones too.
Oh, nice.
We're waiting on our final EP. It's going to be a 7-song EP. Again, it's going to be all over the place. We have some poppier punk songs. We have some Black Sabbath inspired songs. It's all over the place. We really hope that you guys check it out.
It all has old school punk as its root.
Yes.
Basically.
We really tried to get to the root of it, and I think that's
And we
what's
did a
so
good
fun
job.
about it. Yeah, I think so too. We're also on Facebook. Follow us. The Galaxy Has Eyes, and we will follow you back, or at least I will follow you back. My personal. You can also
She's
friend
also
request
the
me.
webmeister right here. Is the
I love
webmeister.
Yeah, Kira literally has the most friends I've ever seen on Facebook in my life.
Saturday.
I love talking to everybody. Like, I mean, I just started friend requesting anyone that looked like they were in a band, and like I've had wonderful conversations with people. They'll send me links to their music. I will, I always check it out.
Must have been the smoke in my mouth and my aviator shades that made me look cool enough that you accepted, right?
And I always check them out, and I will always like and follow them, and I really just enjoy meeting new people. So.
Well, to have that support, like whether it's your fans or just people that just stumble across your music or whatever, man.
Yeah.
That's great to hear that you do that, because I'm the same. You're holding a guitar. I want to talk to you. You know, what do you got to say?
Right,
what are you doing? Right?
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
No, I really appreciate you guys being on tonight, man. Fuck, what an honor. You guys have made me smile, laugh all night, man. I couldn't ask for nothing better.
If we ever become famous, hopefully, we're gonna always refer
if we
to
ever
this.
sell out,
if we ever sell out, we're gonna be like, thanks to Bones here.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
As long as we get to sit and have a beer together eventually,
Yeah.
I'm cool with that, man.
You got it.
Awesome,
Let's
dude.
go.
You got
Yeah,
it.
we
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna
Love
plan a
it.
trip after. How much is airfare? Let's see.
Airfare, I can fly or drive there for like $200, man. It's just getting across the border right now. So
He's got the Prius.
traveling's not an issue for me. I can go anywhere and anywhere, man. Not a problem.
I got the Prius now, and I love to drive. I'll take us all over.
Yes.
We'll do a double trip, man. You guys come up here, I'll come down there, and we'll fucking make a family event out of it.
That'd be freaking sweet.
Oh my
That'd
god.
be
Awesome. Well, obviously we're going to be in touch very soon. We'll stay in touch. You guys, anytime you get new stuff, let me know. You guys are on the show again to promote your new music, whether it's a new video, new whatever you guys got, man.
Oh,
You're
that
more
was
than welcome.
fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I
thanks,
We
man.
had a
appreciate
great
it.
time.
Oh, anytime. So, is there anything else? Is there any people you guys need to give a shout out to? You know?
I mean, honestly,
So
just a
many.
shout out to every single person in these comments who has been
Yes,
beautiful, like awesome,
Thank you.
including friends and family, obviously. Even though we're the ones who
Of
told you to
course,
get
right?
random people are appreciated as
Give
well.
a
The
shout
ones
out
who
to
did
your
know.
parents.
Yeah, I was going to say a big shout out to Charles' mom and dad.
Definitely shout out to my
Absolutely.
parents, because this entire thing, this entire room wouldn't have happened if they didn't let me set up shop here. And especially
Wow,
when
right.
moved out, they didn't make me come, bring my stuff with me. They've let us create this awesome room filled with a lot of expensive things that almost got flooded out yesterday. But,
Wow.
No,
I know.
it did. But we saved it.
Yeah.
Charles saved it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, a big thanks to anybody who's already, without us even really doing anything, supported us. That obviously includes you. It's been overwhelming almost how quickly
it's been a wild ride
this is kind of amped up to be this, and we're only 8 months in.
Right?
Yeah.
No, that's fantastic, man. I love to hear that. I love to see it happen. It's so fun to watch the progression of bands as they go through their stages of, just making their single. Next time, you'll have your EPs out. Then it's an album. Then you're on world tour. Like
we have stuff. That's the dream.
We're gonna go to New Zealand. Who was that from New Zealand?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
No, it's not Kathy. That was let's scroll down here. Oh no, I lost her. Susan.
Yeah, we're gonna go to New Zealand.
Yeah, I should know that.
That's our first stop. No, actually Canada. Okay.
Canada.
We'll go to Canada and then we'll go to New Zealand.
Yeah, because I'll go to New Zealand with you just for fun. And then we'll travel around.
Everywhere.
I do have I will put you in touch with another friend of mine out of South Africa who kind of does the same thing as I do, Stoner Daisy, and she's got quite the network, just rocking over there. So I will make sure I put you guys in touch with her as well, and we'll talk more behind the stage about that stuff and some other people I know you guys should definitely talk to and get involved with, right? So.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
Oh, of course. Anything I can do, as I said, that's why I'm here. I love music. Saved me more times than not. It's saved me the last couple of days too, just recently. So the least I could do is play it forward for all the bands and all the musicians that are trying to get out there. So.
Absolutely.
It's noble. Awesome. It's noble work, to be sure.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it, and everyone else definitely does as well, I know.
Yep.
I hope so. Well, it's paying off. We get more and more viewers every time. More and more bands decide to join on our team, So.
Absolutely.
That's what's up.
Well, thank you for having us, with your first time being back in a while. Again, I'm very sorry. But it was a pleasure talking with you. You are a fantastic host.
Oh, thank you. It's an honor. You guys have made it such an easy transition to jump right back in like nothing happened, in that sense. So I do want to give a huge shout out to Roxy. We all love you here in the Boneyard. We miss you forever, and I know you're always looking out over top of us here. So.
Oh, man, that was nice.
It was.
Thank you, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and take us off. We can chill backstage for a few minutes and shoot the shit. That'd be cool. And,
yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll go ahead and.
Thank you. Bye, Grandma.
Bye.